Max, was this more good Packers, your boy Aaron Rodgers and company, or bad Seahawks?
I'm going to leave the penalties to you. If you want the Seattle offensive line, you can take it. I know that those are legitimate things. I'm not going to even argue them.
Legit.
That was good Packers, and I will tell you why. And I've been wanting to take them to win the Super Bowl this year to upset the apple cart. Aaron Rodgers. Could people stop it already? Stop pretending. That's the best quarterback you have ever seen. It is not particularly close. He can do things no one else consistently has ever done. He threw a little out pattern first half. The guy didn't even the receiver didn't catch the ball, but he did it. He threw it where only the receiver could make a play on the ball. He is as smart as any quarterback, as mobile in the pocket as any quarterback, outside the pocket as most any quarterback. He has an incredible arm. It's strong. It's accurate. He can do things no one else can do. And when you combine that with a real offensive line, because in pass protection, they're normally very, very good. I don't care what else. Well, the Seattle is this and the refs are that and da-da-da. Seattle's going to be a very good team. And yes, they're on the road. Still, a lot of people picked them to win that game. And the Green Bay Packers won because there's only one Aaron Rodgers, and they got him.
Incredible I2 capitalizing on the free play, like usual. Stephen A?
Here's the deal. Russell Wilson was running for his life all day long. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. He was unhealthy last year. He comes back this year, but obviously he needed to get in rhythm and what have you. Couldn't do it. They added Luke Jokel to the line. Didn't matter. The fact of the matter is they couldn't protect him. Because of it, they couldn't have much of a running game. Because of it, they couldn't have much of a passing game. Because of it, they couldn't get into the red zone. And let me be very, very clear. I do believe that Green Bay's defense is better because, damn it couldn't get much worse than it was last year, okay? It looked like a damn Pop Warner, the secondary last year. It couldn't get much worse. It was going to be better, but not that daggone better. Don't give me that. I don't buy it 1 second. Don't tell me that all of a sudden you go from being a scrub, horrific, deplorable defense to turning around and all of a sudden, you're Seattle's defense. Give me a break. That is not what happened with the Green Bay Packers yesterday. What happened with the Green Bay Packers yesterday is that you went up against the Seahawks that didn't have an offensive line. And as a result, they couldn't protect the man. And because they couldn't protect the man, they couldn't generate a running game, they couldn't get a passing game. They couldn't do anything right. So it's almost similar to what I said about the Giants with the Cowboys. We really don't know.
Seattle and the Giants are very similar in a lot of ways.
Exactly. Yeah. What I'm saying, we really, really don't know what the deal is with the Green Bay Packers as of yet, other than Aaron Rodgers, because he's a bad man. But that's all we know. Yeah. We don't know about Green Bay's defense, because as far as I'm concerned, they didn't go against an offense yesterday. It's very, very simple.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit about he's the greatest quarterback that we've ever seen.
And say greatest.
Let's relax on that.
Talent-wise.
Who's in his
Who
class?
better?
Listen, man.
Don't you start with your blasphemy.
Here we go, talent-wise. How many Super Bowls has he won?
Listen, one.
Didn't we just say that Tom Brady was the greatest quarterback of all time?
How fast Belichick would have traded Brady for Rodgers if he could have done that?
He would never have traded Aaron Rodgers.
Any GM in history would trade any player in history.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Relax. Everybody relax.
Any GM in history would have traded any player in history, real talent, for Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so would you trade Eli Manning for Aaron Rodgers?
Easily.
All right, anyway.
That was a no-brainer after yesterday.
Who else?
Okay, after yesterday. It's more about Seattle instead of Green Bay. Green Bay, we already know offensively what they can do, even if their defense is not good. They went to the NFC Championship last year. Let's remember that. Now, without a couple fumbles and drop balls, they might have beat Atlanta in the NFC Championship. So we know about Green Bay and what they can do. But let's talk about Seattle offensively. Seattle offensively now is on notice because they haven't brought an offensive line in to help their mobile quarterback, who was hurt last year.
Yep.
Beast mode is now gone. Now you bring in another running back, Eddie Lacy, who's pretty much about Captain Crunch and a pizza away from being about 290 pounds.
That's right. That's right.
And so now you wonder.
You sound like you were once a Captain Crunch and a pizza
I love
away.
Captain
Ain't
Crunch.
nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Say it if it's true. Say it if it's true.
The scales look. I'm one Captain Crunch away.
I mean, but I'm not playing running back, so
right.
You got to know. But I look at more of the offensive weapons around Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has taken his team to a Super Bowl, an NFC Championship, and we still haven't talked about a number one wide receiver. Doug Baldwin had a good year last year, but is he a true number one wide receiver?
But he was bragging about his offense and his offensive weapons before the season began, talking about this is the greatest collection of offensive players.
What is he going to say?
I'm just saying, you don't have to say this is the greatest collection of offensive players I've had. You don't have to go that far.
No, he could use beast mode now.
Well, I don't know if he can use beast mode because beast mode probably would be upset with the whole deal. It's more or less on Pete Carroll of trying to build around his quarterback. We talked about so many times in the quarterbacks in the NFL, but does he have a true wide receiver? No. The tight end position, they seem not to even throw him the ball and try to get him in isolated positions like he was in New Orleans. So it's more about their offensive, their lack of weapons, their lack of consistency, and then the offensive line more than what we've seen from Green Bay. Now, defensively, it's just like the Giants. They were out there too long.
Right.
That touchdown should have been a touchdown. That was bad penalties by the referee. But it's more about the lack of weapons on offense to help their quarterback.